Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me again today for another session of Me Programming Daily. During the last session I had a bit of a problem with setting up my tests, but that is done now. So I'll just quickly show you the structure of my Cabal file. So I exported most of the modules I have into a library. I should have started with that. This is what caused all the confusion on my part. So we have a directory now called lib. The app directory only contains the main module, which is an executable. This was my problem. The build depends on the package name, which is wyvern, and not on the modules or other modules. However, I had it defined previously. I'm terrible when it comes to projects like that, or project files like that. The test suite also depends on wyvern plus some additional libraries. To prove that it's working, or to set everything up for working correctly, I referenced the skewer block module and the function we're going to cover with tests, provided some sanity check, correct or incorrect tests. These are definitely rubbish. But the project builds now. The tests run. Okay. Elixir parser. Let's see. Let's first run tests. I'll get back to that warning. We have one test suite passed. Clearly, we have 3 cases. I'm not sure what's happening there, but let's just prove that it fails if where it's supposed to fail. So the second test should fail. And it does. Just a test 2. And let's go back to the build and see what is happening. Now, main should have a lexer and it should have a parser. I wonder why. Oh yeah, of course. It should have a parser. Okay, so they're listed here. Let's see. Does this fix the problem? That's good. All right. So during today's session, I plan to flesh out my unit tests, and if time allows, I would also like to implement the logic that checks whether those connections overlap. I gave it some time. I thought about it some more, and I was trying to conceive like a reasonably good quality algorithm for comparing potentially crossing or overlapping lines, but then I figured out that these loopbacks that we're dealing with are only ever going to be 4 points each, start, add, and then the points in between. So point 1, 2, 3, and 4. Therefore, we can only, well, we can just focus on comparing these 2 points. But before we do that, let's get some muscle memory developed, and let's run some test cases. Empty. Let's also create this is going to be my cheat sheet. Let's call it Hmm. Oh, test. Okay. Okay, lovely. So technically, these should not be sanity tests, just pinning tests. In the pinning test 2, we're going to prove that if we do give a map to here, then I need to find how to construct one. So what is that map? Let's just refresh our memory. A D and a point. Beautiful. So with this test, we're going to check map of origins does not contain ID. So here we need dummy ID2 and some point. Different point, just not to let the readers draw a conclusion that the points are expected to be the same. So ID as 1. And here we have the map of origins. Let's see if we can break it down. did get formatted. You know what? I'm going to copy the formatting code. Okay, excuse me for a minute. I'm needed, but I'll be back shortly. All right, I'm back. Let's see where we left off. Oh yeah, I wanted to copy the formatting code to tests. Oh, this is obviously incorrect. I should be doing that before I build. So here, and just as a sanity check of a sanity check, the second test should fail now. And these checks are reversed. Cases 2, tried 2, errors 0, failures 1. Got 2, expected 0. Okay, perfect. So in the pending test 3, let's see what we can check. In the pending test 3, it would be good to define a map that actually contains the ID we're looking for. Map of origins WIT1. So there should be 2 loopback connections, I think. No, there should be just 1 loopback connection. Let's see. There should be 1. Let's see. Is that how you index an array? Or a list? Well, that is weird. Oh. I should have added the binning test to the collection. And now. Let's try to print it. Let's just see if this works at all. Hmm? Interesting. They are here. No. Weird. Anyway, it does work, but it's I know it's a bad practice, but I'm really curious. Okay, never mind. Let's not follow the bad practice. We can pin the same thing with just unit tests. There should be just one, but I know that is not the case. So let's follow this example. I like it. So we have do and then assertions. So let's assert two more things. So I expect this to have 4 items, and this, I don't know, let's say 34. Zero, 1. Got 2. Why 2? Why do we have 2? Why 2? What about this one? The dummy 2? Also got 2. So let's cause index out of bounds with 34 again. Oh, this is bizarre. Or maybe count. So this should have caused an index out of bound. No, that is not right. That is not correct. Okay. So this is how we print. So this should be 1, 0, the coordinates of this point. Let's see. One. Huh? That is not correct. Now I'm curious about this guy. So index is too large. Very weird. Okay. Okay. So here we're probably in this weird limbo case of this, where we only add 2 points. Let's see if I'm right. X1 is what? Is what we provide, which is 0, 0, and in the array or in the map we have 1, 1. So 0 is not greater than 1, so we skip this if. Else 0 is less than 1, correct, and 0 is greater than 1, false. 0 is, so this is also false, so we land here. Okay. Limbo loopback connection, let's call it. So instead of comparing strings, we're going to compare points. I believe they have equality implemented. And this is one. Let's also do the agent. No, it's fine. I want index 0. So what doesn't continue? Let's leave it like that. So it passes. And let's do finally our pending test 4, where we'll use the coordinates from the issue. So this is our destination. This is our origin. And now destination, origin, and in between them should have midpoint 1 and 2. For Thor. Oh, yes. .2. Oh, okay. Why? Midpoint 2. Okay. Because those are slightly shifted down. There's a piece of logic that shifts them a bit down. Let's see. There's a plus 0, 1. Yep. Okay. Sorry, in our case, minus 0, 1. So even though the destination would be here, well, the destination should still be 2 in that case. Maybe 1. Let's see. That's still 2. Okay, that's good. And now the destination is somewhere else. Okay, because naturally the destination is the origin point, which is top left corner. We care about the midpoint. So this should be the origin plus half of the width, which is 2 units, which is 157 plus roughly 1.5. Yeah. Okay, this is good. This is good. Everything is passing. So probably a good time to start wrapping up for this session. But for the next session, we should start thinking about changing the type signature of this. Meaning this should receive a new argument. something like this. That should also return an updated copy of this. So what this means is we're going to give this function a list of already existing loopback connections like that. If the new connection is overlapping, we're going to do some logic. But if not, well, let's skip the overlapping part. We're just going to initially just add a new connection to this list and return it in this tuple. So let's leave a comment for the future session. Step 1. Turn this type into this type and do all the refactoring. 2. Then put three. So this is probably going to keep me busy during the next session. And for today, I think we should wrap it up. I'll PR this a bit later. Yeah, this was fun. I would like to thank you all for your attention today. Have a fantastic day ahead and take care of yourselves. Bye.